I have something else to talk about. Hello, I'm Lonnie, by the way. I don't think I introduced myself in the last video. I'm Lonnie, I'm 19, I'm a college student, and I work. And I'm going to talk about the fact that it's normal to feel lost when you're in your late teen to early 20s. Now, let me preface this video by saying the entire time I'm going to be saying it's okay and it's normal, because it is okay and it is normal. I am 19, and not that I feel lost. Actually, I do feel lost. I lied. I feel lost. I feel unmotivated. I feel like what I'm doing has a purpose, but I'm not seeing it right now. And I mean, that's kind of redundant, but you know what I mean. I feel like a lot of people see like early 20s, most like, or like from what I've heard, early 20s is like a pinnacle point of your life because you're like seeing everybody in their 20s and you're like, damn, they're getting married, they have kids, they have a house, they have an apartment, blah, 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 blah. They're, I don't know, graduating with whatever the fuck, I don't know, sorry, excuse my language. But they're graduating with masters or blah, 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 blah. And while, yes, that is a very common thing to see, I don't think it should be what we all deem as what we should be doing. You know what I mean? So I'm in college, like I said, I'm in my second year, and honestly, I'm not going to finish school in the typical 4 years that, like, you're supposed to finish it with your bachelor's because I'm still working on my associates because I'm in community college. And I'm not finishing when I thought I was going to finish. And that is perfectly fine. I'm okay with it. I've come to terms with it. At first, I was like, damn, like, I'm not going to finish on time. But there is no time frame. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people that are going back to college in their 40s. Like, if they can do it, you can do it. And while a lot of people do figure out what they want to do, like, early in life, I don't think it's something you should look at and be like, I need to be like them. Because no, you don't. You're your own person. You have different ways to do things. Like, in my opinion, a lot of people that finish school, like, when they're supposed to, are people that don't work or they don't have other, like, responsibilities outside of school, which is fine. But, like, for example, I work and I go to school, and while I don't work, like, as much as a couple of people around me do, I still work. And it's hard, especially with the fact that I don't have the motivation to, like, do homework and stuff. It's hard to do. Um, but yeah, no, I don't think that I lost my train of thought. Let me continue. So yeah, a lot of people that you'll see like doing well and having houses and shit in their 20s, they're like social media influencers. So actually, let's talk about this. A couple months ago, my boyfriend was like, before he was my boyfriend, he was like, oh, I feel like I'm behind. Like, I'm 23 and like, I feel like I'm behind. And me and my cousin, we were like, you're not behind. It's just like social media has a very different viewpoint, I guess, of people in their earlyish 20s. Like, you do not have to do everything that other people are doing on social media because at the end of the day, it's social media. Like, people aren't showing everything. And the people that are the people that are like in this around the same like point in life as you are. So it's normal. Like, I'm not gonna finish. I'm hoping to be done, like, fully done with school, like masters and everything, by the time I'm 26. Because I feel like 26 is still, it's a good age, but am I finishing my bachelor's on time? Hell no. Absolutely not. Like, it's not happening, and that is okay. I think I'm gonna finish my associates like spring of my junior ish year. Um, yeah, spring of my junior year, and then I'm going into a 4 year institution so that I can get my bachelor's. By the time I'm like, I don't know, how old am I gonna be next year? 21, 22, 23. I'm gonna say 23. Honestly, I'm gonna be done with my bachelor's by the time I'm 23. That's my goal, and that is a goal that works for me. It gives me some leeway to not finish everything on time. A lot of people are done with college by the time they're 22, because like 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Yeah, that's like the normal age to finish, and then they have to like go get their masters or whatever, depending on what they want to go into. I have to get my masters, like, I actually like really have to. But that's me. that's my that's the career path I want to go into. That's what it requires, and I'm perfectly okay with not finishing that on time. Only thing I will say is have at least a 2 year plan. So, like, if you're graduating high school this year and you're like, I don't want to go into a 4 year college yet, I want to go into community college, finish there. Then, boom, that's 2 years. And in those 2 years, you'll eventually create a plan for the next 2, 4, 6, 8 years. You know what I mean? So, like, it's normal. Like, I don't know. I have to, like, remind myself every day. This is more me reminding myself, but I have to remind myself every day that what I see on social media isn't fully real. Like, there's a lot of things people aren't showing, and I have more responsibility than some people, and I have less responsibilities than other people. But at the end of the day, we all finish at our own paces. It's like babies. This is so random, but it's like babies. Babies, they do have to learn how to walk at some point, but whether that's at 10 months or 14 months is completely dependent on the baby and their environment and just their growth level. Like, not every freaking baby's gonna walk by the time they get to 10 months. Not every baby's gonna walk by the time they get to 12 months. And most babies have already figured it out by 14 months, and that's a period that's like 4 months, but like as long as they get to that point, it's okay. And as long as you get to that point, it's okay. That point of finally figuring out what you're gonna do. Like, it's perfectly fine. A lot of people don't know what they want to do off rip, and again, perfectly fine. Well, most people don't. Back then, I feel like it was easier, like in the like 90s, 80s, whatever. Because, like, I don't know, I feel like the job market wasn't as, like, you couldn't pick from a lot, I feel like. So, it was more normal back then. Also, houses were cheap, raising babies was cheap. So, obviously, people were doing stuff a lot faster. But now, with, like, how everything is, a lot of people don't actually, like, buy a house until they're, like, 30. Which is not to say that you won't, but most people don't, to be honest. But yeah, this has already been 7 minutes, so I'm gonna go ahead and dip. But basically, point is, you're okay. You don't have to do everything when everyone else is doing it. You go at your own pace so that you do it right and you do it well and you make sure you know what you want to do. So, yeah, deuces.